This is Haleeman giving you the M3 Radio Independent News. This is not just another fart joke, but then again, it would be if it weren't true. An American Airlines flight was forced to make an emergency landing after a passenger lit matches to cover the odor of her flatulence. The plane was diverted after several people on board complained of a burning sulfur smell, perhaps from the matches. FBI agents questioned the rancid woman, who admitted that as a result of a medical condition, to quell the smell of her one-cheek sneaks, she lit the matches. The flight reboarded and took off without the frequently farting flyer. Ah, the scent of a woman. By the way, have I told you about my condition?
Hi everybody, this is Camila saying. He sees you when you are sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. No, we're not talking about Santa Claus but law enforcement. In Columbia, South Carolina, a mother had her 12-year-old son arrested for opening his present before Christmas. Police arrested the boy for petty larceny and took him to the station in handcuffs. He was held until his mother picked him up later in the day. Wow, if they were doing this when I was a kid, I would still be in a jail today.
The apes are dying. It's estimated 5,000 gorillas have died as a result of the Ebola virus. This, taken with the toll of commercial hunting, may result in their extinction. Ebola is transmitted by direct contact. In fact, there's speculation the virus that now infects humans may have been spread to us by these hunters. As yet, there's no cure or treatment available. It just goes to prove that if you monkey around with Mother Nature, she's gonna monkey around with you. Man, payback's a bitch. File this one under, what? Our M3 Radio music director has a 1.5-year-old daughter. For the first time, he and his wife decided to have a Christmas tree in their apartment. They decorated the tree with lights, then read the box they were in. The lights came off the tree. Why, you ask? The product's wiring contains lead, and the box warned that contamination could occur when they're handled. You'd do the same thing too if you had a baby in the house, wouldn't you? Sure. Then why are U.S. environment regulators considering removing the heavy metal from their regulated pollution list? Well, that's an excellent question. Industry pressure. Again, money talks and suckers walk. That is, unless you have lead poisoning. People, these are our children. Think about it. Who's in my profile's Encourage Spotlight? Well, this week, there are a few. Let's begin with teenager Bobby Martin, who was born without legs but played football in high school by quickly navigating his body around the field on his hands. Since graduation, NFL teams have enlisted him to motivate players. Then there's former American UN Ambassador Jeane Kirkpatrick, who proved to her countrymen that women were capable of serving their country with great distinction. She died last week at 80. Finally, Sasha, a 7-year-old German Shepherd, saved her two 81-year-old owners by tunneling 20 feet under the snow to rescue them when they were trapped. Good girl, Sasha. Good dog.
Polish President Lech Kaczynski met with French President Jacques Chirac and German Chancellor Angela Merkel in Mettlach, Germany, to discuss the inclusion of Turkey as a member of the European Union. Poland also discussed their veto on negotiating a new EU-Russian Partnership Pact. Neither Chirac nor Kaczynski attempted to give Chancellor Merkel a back rub. Since the US President Bush was not attending the meeting, my sources say she felt in no danger of having to endure an unwanted massage, or what the White House refers to as the Crawford caress. Now, I regret to report that Polish actor Leon Niemczek, who appeared in Roman Polanski's Knife in the Water, has died. He was 82. Remember, trzymajcie się.
The United States imprisons more people than any other nation on the planet. 1 out of 32 American adults are in jail, on parole, or on probation. China ranks second, and Russia follows. The incarceration rate outpaces most industrialized Western nations by more than 7 to 1. This means that while the U.S. has 5% of the world's population, we have the unsavory distinction of having 25% of the world's inmates. It appears we love to lock up our fellow citizens because admissions are rising faster than releases. We are also one of the few remaining Western countries who employ capital punishment. So if you're still worrying about the barbarians at the gates, worry no more. They're here. Back in September, I wrote a review for Hot Indie News of a new up-and-coming Melbourne-based band, Juke Cartel, and how they were taking the indie world by storm. Now these lads are playing intimate club venues throughout North America before they embark on an insane tour spanning 2 continents with Rockstar Supernova. Lucky lassie that I am, I had the opportunity to chat with Toby Rand, vocalist for Juke Cartel, just as the band is launching into superstardom. How cool is that? We chatted at length about various topics from Juke Cartel to fellow Rockstar Supernova contestant Delana's demise and resurrection, and from Mike Patton to, my personal fave, spooning. Check out hotindienews.com for details of the interview as I pick our favorite Aussie's brain. Oh, how I love my job. This is Haleeman, and you just heard the M3 Radio Independent News.